Okay, so everyone, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive, and today we're going to dig into a 2024 Chinese crime thriller
Ooh.
called A Place Called Silence.
Ah,
Now, we've got this really fascinating review from moviegeticket.com, and let me tell you,
okay.
this movie sounds like, well, it's more than just your average whodunit.
Yeah.
We're talking about a school plagued by bullying, a tragic death that kind of sets everything in
Oh,
motion.
wow.
And then, get this, the bullies themselves start dying off mysteriously. So, like, who is this Avenger? What are the consequences going to be?
I'm intrigued already.
I know, right? This deep dive is going to be a wild ride.
So what struck me right away, and I mean right away,
Yeah.
reading this review, was that a place called Silence, it's not set in like your typical city.
Yeah.
It's Malaysia. Palm tree farms, those unique car plate
Oh,
numbers.
yeah. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's so.
It's such a unique setting for a thriller like this, and it really makes you think, like, does the setting itself play a role in this whole story?
Absolutely. I mean, that detail totally jumped out at me too.
Mm.
And the review actually mentions that it all starts with the death of this bullied girl.
Right.
Her name's Hui Jun.
Mm.
And it's her death that kicks off this whole chain of events.
It's like, it made me think, like, have you ever been in a situation where you see something totally unfair happening, but you feel like you can't say anything, can't do anything?
Ugh, all the time.
Mm.
It's like that feeling of being totally helpless.
Yeah.
Like you're stuck in a system that's just ignoring your pain.
Right. Exactly.
It's incredibly powerful. And I think, it can drive people to do some pretty desperate things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it really seems like this film is exploring that. Like, what happens when someone finally decides to break the silence no matter what it takes, no matter the cost?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk suspects. The review throws out a few possibilities, right? Like, could it be Xiaotong's mother? I mean, she lost her daughter. She's got to be filled with grief.
Yeah.
Maybe even a burning desire for revenge. Oh, totally. It's that classic revenge story. But here's the thing. This film, it throws in these twists. Like we've got Lin Zaifu, the janitor, and he just seems like he's hiding something.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, they describe him as enigmatic, always watching, always there. Is he like a silent guardian, or is there something darker going on?
Oh, I like that. And then we have Wu Wang. I mean, sinister charm. That description alone is just creepy, right?
Totally.
It feels like director Sam Quah is messing with us.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to keep us guessing about who's really behind it all.
Right, like one of those classic Agatha Christie novels where every character's got a secret and everyone's a suspect.
Yes. And speaking of characters, the cast is amazing.
Oh, tell me about it.
Eric Wang,
Yeah.
Ning Chang, Francis Nang. Like these are serious actors.
The best.
Especially Francis Nang. He plays Dai Gudong, this police officer who's trying to like untangle this crazy web of lies and violence.
Oh, yeah, his character has to be adding a whole other level to this story.
Right.
A police officer who's trying to do the right thing in a system that's failed these victims. It's just,
Yeah.
it's so interesting. And it makes you wonder, is this movie really about finding the truth? Or is it about, like, confronting these larger societal problems that allowed this to happen in the first place?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
So I guess to wrap it up, we've got a chilling thriller, unique setting in Malaysia, and it's tackling these big themes,
Yeah.
like societal neglect, what happens when we stay silent, and the price of justice.
It all comes back to that. But I think the real question this film asks is if we were in that situation, in a place where speaking up seems impossible,
Yeah.
would we stay silent or would we find a way to make ourselves heard, even if it meant doing something, well, something drastic? That's the kind of thing that sticks with you,
Yeah.
long after the movie's over.
Thanks, you think. So that's our deep dive into A Place Called Silence. Definitely check it out if you're into films that keep you on the edge of your seat and make you think about, well, the world around us. Until next time, stay curious.
Bye, everyone.